You stop at nothing to win. You can't lose, especially in an event like that.
The first GT3 race the country's ever held. We had to win.
I think we've got the car and we've got the team to do it.
Railroad Ford is putting a lot of pressure on Mark Vero.
So you're joining us on what we're going to call day one in Guyana. We're about to get picked up and head to the workshop for our first proper look at the cars since they've been shipped.
Who's going to open that door?
Yeah, I mean, obviously the first part of the trip, most teams would have already done 2 seasons of running in the UK before you even thought about trying to take them the other side of the world. Well, full name is Terry Radbourne. A lot of people in the game now know me as Terry Bourne. That's kind of become my stage name. But yeah, the Bourne is, Radbourne was too long, so we've shortened it to Bourne. Bit of a mouthful. So it's the 70th anniversary of racing in Guyana. And it was the first GT3 race the country's ever held. And obviously the Clash of the Caribbean is all of the countries, Trinidad and Tobago, people from Brazil, all coming up from that area and having a race in Guyana, which is kind of the central point of that area. So my biggest job on day one was just making sure that everybody settled in. But this is when you can have the ability to employ characters like I was able to, it's just going to work. You know, when you've got top level professional guys, they're just going to bond. They're all going to understand their place. Everybody just slotted in and done what they would do in other teams that they've worked for.
Do you want to explain why we're here and what we're doing?
We are here at AGM Enterprise HQ with the 2 cars, the Porsche and the Civic. Obviously they've just come off a container, so right now we're checking everything over, making sure nothing's been damaged, setting everything up, fitting all the extra special parts we've brought. Terry's doing a system check on the Civic. I imagine we might have them on the dyno later today just to make sure everything's running all right. But yeah, it's exciting.
Very organised. Try it. Doing well. Wheels come to get involved? Are you going to the toilet again?
Yeah, I'm on the A nervous wee.
See, the good thing with Will, there is no ego with him. He's just a lovely kid. How he is with the team, when something does go wrong, which does happen, there's no tantrum, just a professional calmness, and that just builds confidence in the team. There is nobody that I've taken on this trip that is 80%. Everybody that was there is 110%. The team that I've assembled here to do this job is literally the best of the best.
Joe, what are these things you've made?
End plates, the rear wing is one I made earlier. So these ones go here, just where Alex is removing them. Mm-hmm. And then we have canards for the front. So I'll give you one side shot. That one on the bottom, that one on the top, like so, at a higher angle. And then we have a splitter, which is just on its way over. So all of it's 3D printed. They get 3D printed. They get sanded and they get encompassed in a special 2-part resin. Alex helped me manufacture the aero bits. Designing them, that was a really quick time turnaround for that. Designing that, finding a resin to bind them all together and seal it so they don't just melt. That was about 3-4 days making them. And so much of it was sanding, my fingers were killing. We were grey from dust. If you look at a 3D print under a microscope, you might even be able to see it on the camera. See the lines? Yeah, or on the top.
There.
The lines. Yeah. The resin goes in between the gaps in the lines, which if you look under a microscope are really, really deep. It bonds all the layers together and makes a smooth surface on top. What that does is improves its mechanical properties, makes it stronger, tougher, it's harder. It does make it slightly less elastic, so you can't bend it.
What does harder look like again, sorry?
And gives it better temperature resistance, which is a really, really big thing on 3D prints that are uncoated, because the whole nature of 3D printing is that you melt the plastic and you get it soft to come out of the head and then go onto the bed. But you don't want that in the finished part.
No.
So
I feel like gloopy plastic all over a Porsche would be a bad day.
exactly that.
I'll have a word with Rob to see what he reckons, but I'd probably go that one. So we're doing transponder, so we know what his lap times are, fitting the radio so we can talk to him, and just making sure everything's okay. So we're just connecting the battery up now, making sure the transponder works, and then we'll get the Civic off the ramp, get this on the ramp, and then we'll set up patch and make sure everything's square.
Day one done here in Guyana. Interesting day. A lot of prep work really. So boys here have been setting up the cars, making sure they're all right. Nothing's been damaged in shipping, fitting all the extra parts that we got, and just getting everything ready really. Yeah, been exciting, been a cool day. Tomorrow's going to be even more exciting. First time out on the track for both the Civic and the Porsche. So yeah, we'll see how we get on.
Good night.
I'd say the biggest unknown would have been the performance of the cars. Neither had a shakedown before going. You get a big bus of a car like a Porsche round a track like that with all the bumps. It's quite slow speed, the engine's in the boot, and the EEG you could always tell was going to go good, but you don't know on a circuit by circuit basis, and you don't even know if it's going to go good because it's never turned a lap around the track.
In a new country, completely different climate to the UK. And then straight away we were thrown into the first test.
Bouncing on the straights all over the place.
You can see it. You want a bit off?
Yeah. The fact to see that the car's going to
Yeah, well, we watched it coming down here, you can see the powers of that. I think it's literally just come out of decent work.
Alright, we'll get some fits off it.
Do you know where they're at the moment?
Are we looking at that?
They find the adjustment key for them as well. Or get flat screws on them.
How's it? Bumpy. The car's really good. Just a few little issues that we've got to figure out, but it's first time on track, so it's a shakedown for the car, it's a shakedown for me as well. The track itself, it's a lot bumpier than I was expecting, but not. I agree. It's not like the sim. Like the sim is bumpy, but it doesn't unsettle the car. Whereas here, like you go down the straight and the thing wants to come off the track. It takes some bravery to keep your foot in, but it's good fun.
The EG had its own set of setup challenges versus the Porsche. It was mainly the coilovers that we got came with springs that were way too hard. We didn't have an option of buying different spring rates when we got the coilovers. Probably something in hindsight we should have done, just bought a set of springs appropriate for it, but how are you to know what spring rate before you've gone?
As you go down the big straight at South Dakota, you've got the left-hand side, which is very bumpy. It hugs the apex, if you want to call it that.
Well, it's the classic engineering problem solving really, isn't it? There's a problem, here's what we've got, there are the tools available, how do we fix it? The car was just bumpy, absolutely everywhere. It was, if you can figure out how long it was between the start line and turn one, say about 300 metres, it'd go around the kink, it'd start bumping there, and it'd still be bumping on the brakes. It was a massively drawn out process. I mean, it went over 2 days and then a few hours of testing of out 3 laps, back in, fiddle, out 3 laps.
You go to a track in the UK, parts are everywhere. Within an hour, you can have it. The big reaction from the team was to be able to take a car that's set up for a mill pond of Silverstone and adapt it without a lot of equipment.
the new lap record, but I'll just think so.
In the end, we ended up with such an unorthodox setup that gave us the perfect combination of absorption of bumps while still letting the car turn in. It's another thing that's unique to Guyana, I guess.
Let it cool down, so we let him know. We let him know the time. He knew it was a lot. He knew. Yeah, we'll do that in a minute. Hey! That was a bit spicy. Good lad. What was it you did? Yeah, I thought that's what we had you down as. What? How you feeling? What's the lap record? I think 1:16.4. That was as well. Yeah, right here. Yeah, we can dial out the bumps on it. Yeah. How you feel? Yeah, questions are hard. Feel good? Leave them. It's a bit bumpy. Yeah. 12, 13. Spin. Yeah. But it's quick. Good? Yeah. What do you want to do on that lead?
He'll find the edge, and when he finds the edge, I need to make sure that he's got the comfort to make a mistake.
Can you pull me out? They're coming for you. Yeah. You call them? What's up? You call somebody? No, I don't have a phone.
Yeah, it was halfway through the week. The team was finding its limits. We hadn't nailed the setup of the Porsche, and we didn't have the answer at that moment. Will started to overdrive slightly. He had a bit of an off with the Honda, but I knew that was coming. Like, I knew at some point he will push because he's a very talented racer driver. I knew as soon as he had an off in whatever car it was, it needed to be okay. Like, as long as you tell us exactly why we had that issue or why you had that, and he simply said to me, "I fucked up, boss." That was as soon as I walked up to him at the side of the track, and that was it. Brilliant. That's the problem. There's not a problem with the car. You found the edge. That's fine. You know where the edge is now. Let's build from there.
This is your time to shine.
Is it? My forehead's shiny.
I was about to say, your head's shining. Do you want to quickly say what happened?
We're not 100% sure, but I think he's just outbroke himself a little bit. He's put it off into the sand. It's really fine, and he's damaged the front panel, which we just need to pull the front panel back a little bit. The radiator and the oil cooler looks okay. Yeah, so I think hopefully it's just a little bit cosmetic, and we'll sort him out and get him back out now.
Well, there's no problem. If you had a gun, shoot him in the head.
Yeah. Yeah, we're just waiting for a pipe. For the radio, just in
I
there.
will dump what you just said in there because they definitely won't have got caught out. Basically, wait.
We're waiting for a pipe in there. That bit. See it? Yeah, so we're waiting for that. It's just that's it. Does it fit? It's like a washing. Well, it's folded out with the plastic. Oh, I like it.
Is that quite a nice one, little laid out?
I like it, brother.
Nice it.
Nice one, brother. Nice one. Oh, what's been fucking watching? Hello. Boy said. Oh, the shorties. Yeah, got a sack. You get that? How are you enjoying life here?
What?
How are you enjoying life?
That's good, mate. I mean, it's a bit hot, and I'm pretty done with the generators, but other than that...
Until you said about the generators, I forgot about them, but it's there now, isn't it?
Constantly there. That looks fiddly.
Race drivers. I didn't think.
Well, at least you fixed it.
Yeah.
It's qualifying day here at South Dakota. I've just had a fresh trim. We're ready to go fast. This morning we had a little bit of a shakedown on the Porsche, just checking the final few things through. The weather was absolutely horrendous, but it's good to get another few laps in, especially in the wet. In case it does rain tomorrow in the races, we know what's what already. So yeah, really excited to get going. It's going to be real interesting because it's pretty much at this point a 1v1 between me and Mark in the 992, and we've got Junior in his Civic as well, so if he can hook up a lap he should be right up there at the front.
The track's about to come alive with an absolute bunch of lunatics on them bikes. A lot more flies today.
Yeah.
But
there's a lot more rain as well.
Yeah. But no, today's been really, really good. Positive start for Will this morning. Going out in the wet, so that's really, really good. Just car's dialed now. Junior's car's ready to go. Just waiting for some rubber, so hopefully that fills up in the next 10 minutes.
Qualifying didn't exactly go our way. Will came second to Mark in the Porsche and Junior qualified in 9th, but Terry and Joe had a plan to sort that out.
What's going on, Terry?
Is he happy with that?
Sorry mate, I can't do that. To be 9th in qualifying after putting all of that development into the car, that was one of the most stressful situations that I've been in. The only way to get out of that is to move forward.
So after quali, Terry came and grabbed me and said,
"We need an engineer's walk." And he's like, "Well, what's that?"
Basically, that's just a nosy at what everyone else brought.
"Take your camera, I'll take mine. We're going to walk up and down this pit lane."
He's got that, he's got that.
Floors, wings, the lot.
Everyone was running a tucked bumper at the back. Everyone had set side skirts on. Everyone had front lips and air dams and such, and All stuff that you didn't think would be allowed in the rules, but
we'd built a car to the regulations, but not everybody was running to the regulations that we'd read.
And in the end, we came up with a plan of what we know works and what everyone else is running, and had at it, really.
So the regulations that we read said that the car had to be a standard silhouette. So that's the car that we built. And it was quite obvious quite quickly that people had diffusers, flat floors, front aero, like front splitters, dive planes, and we had none of that. So the first thing was the floor is free. We can do what we want with the floor. We need a front splitter, we need a middle floor section, and we need a diffuser. And we need to get the car to do that. We was having chats all the way back to the garage. We probably didn't get back to Junior's workshop or garage till I'd say like 8:30, 9 p.m. on the Saturday. We had a plan of what we wanted to do. We'd asked the guys for material, but like I said, even in Northampton in Motorsport Valley, you wouldn't have just gone and got the material that they managed to find on a Saturday night. Like, we planned what we wanted to do. We had the shipping boxes that all of the parts had been air freighted in, big thick cardboard sheet. So that's what the tools that we had. So we went about making our templates out of cardboard. I mean, it was, to me, this is what I'm in the game for. This felt like 1970s F1.
So the components we made, we had a duct tape diffuser, which was my favourite thing. We looked underneath the car, you can see the boot floor there where the spare wheel goes. We cut 2 tunnels out either side of that, and then filled the void between the actual chassis of the car and the bumper with some duct tape. That actually worked aerodynamic-wise. If you looked at the tape underneath, you could see a bunch of dirt and dust on the top surface of that tape. So we took a rear wing off of another car. Someone kindly gave it to us it was also in Junior's workshop. We made a front bumper out of a large piece of metal and had to paint it white, as everyone saw, because we couldn't get any black paint anywhere, black spray paint. And then we took 2 canards, which were reserved as spares for the Porsche, and built with them on in an angle we thought would be effective. Oh, and the splitter from the Porsche as well. And yeah, it ended up being faster. I don't know at what cost visually, but that's not what it's about, is it?
So yeah, after that all-nighter putting together an aero kit out of thin air, we finally rolled into Sunday morning. Cars were patched up, everyone's running on fumes, and it's basically now or never. Let's see if all this madness was worth it.
Junior come to me with this project. You know, there's been hours and hours of phone calls and emails and WhatsApps. Junior's the customer. You know, we obviously had Will in the Porsche. We all wanted to win with that, but to try and give the customer back the opportunity it'd given us, we was 4.5 seconds away from being at the front end of the grid, and I had to find answers. You know, it's a beautiful point of my career to have the knowledge and have the project to be able to do something like that on, and actually show what this company is capable of. So yeah, he went from P9 to P3 in race 1, and then you start from your finishing position in race 2, and then he went from P3 to P2. There should have been a 3rd race on the Sunday, and I'm pretty confident if we'd had that 3rd race, we would have gone from P2 to P1, and we would have been down the road. So we'd gone from the middle of the field to the front of the field in an all-nighter. Mark's been such a successful driver out there. He's won that event for 7 or 8 seasons back to back. The people of Guyana are used to him winning, and nobody's really challenged him.
We are here to win.
We are relentless in our pursuit for victory.
People say you create your own luck.
You stop at nothing to win.
At that moment, it's one of the biggest rushes I've had in my career.
It was a lot more passion behind it. It's probably like motorsport was 10, 20 years ago.
But yeah, anybody at home, you get the opportunity. Look at that.
They were well up for it. All of their guys were, yeah, it was madness.
Puts goosebumps on me every time I watch it because I remember the feeling that I had. Don't get me wrong, I've got two beautiful children and the feeling of when they were born, but this is still in my motorsport professional career one of the biggest rushes I've ever had, and that's why we do what we do, for moments like that.
And just like that, our trip to Guyana has come to an end. 5 trophies, 3 wins, and the first GT3 champion the country's ever seen. I really hope we've managed to capture something that shows the true heart of the place. The mad thing is, this is just the beginning.